SEC on ESPN. 118th meeting, Kirk Herbstreit, only the third time and the first since 51 when they're both ranked. The all-black look for the Volunteers, who say they're not looking ahead to Georgia. They got Kentucky on their mind tonight.
Yeah, the ultimate Sammy plays. They go fast.
Chance Bohr boots it away for the Wildcats. It's a line drive, fielded right there, and a touchback.
Some movement, creating matchups for Jalen Hyatt against the safety, DeMarco Hyams. And that's what Kentucky's trying to guard against.
On 3rd and 2, Hooker from the pocket delivers a dart across the middle, and it's caught for a first down. Tillman, 2 quick catches, thick.
He is. They use both small and right.
Hooker well protected. Wide open is Hyatt running free. A total bust and a quick strike for the Volunteers. Chase McGrath, transfer from USC.
Let's watch this safety right here. You've got 2 defensive backs, you've got 2 receivers, but watch the safety get caught up and worried about the crosser. He needs to get depth. Instead, he comes up to worry about that crosser. By coming up, nobody is on the back end of that defense. Again, they come up with a formation and a way to attack. The corner is playing man-to-man. The safety instead comes down to help with Valentine, and it's just a bust in coverage. Like I said, when they come at you with that tempo as fast as they do, it affects your communication. Not as good as it gets if you're a college football fan. This is wild in here right now.
It's not that good for the visitors at the moment. 3rd and 10. Play clock at 2. Got to hurry. Just get it off. Levis has time to pump and fire over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tried to squeeze the ball in there to Barian Brown, the freshman. Everybody back. Only one guy with his hands on the ground. And Hooker, who can run, is going to take off, but he's going to take a hit at the 20. And that was a disastrous sequence with the Volunteers. They'll punt it away.
What we just talked about when Kentucky took the field defense.
His account of things means that he should be allowed to play, and they're happy to have him back. He's a key leader in that secondary. 3rd and 3. Levis complete across the middle, just sitting down in that route. Catch made by Dane Keith. Off the play action, Levis looking to take a shot and just lofts it downfield, and it's brought perfectly into the hands of Jordan Dingle.
In college football anymore by 1 back.
Of course, missing those games means that he's fresh for this stretch run. Missed the first 4. He's got it again. And he's got a first down. You talk about yards after. Yards before contact, they don't have a lot of them here. Rodriguez again on first down off the left side. Stiff arm has the edge. Barrels outside at the 1-yard line. Getting a taste of this Kentucky 3 tight ends. An I formation. Levis on the bootleg. Couldn't get the corner, has to fight back, and he'll lose a yard. But the Volunteers defense.
Loved the personality. The offensive line in this offense feeds off of that kind of attitude from their quarterback.
Rodriguez just walks in. And Kentucky with a powerful answer to Tennessee's lightning strike.
Watch the end man, Bates the tight end. You got Caddis again, helping take that safety and corner out. And then you throw that blocking and execution up front. You get maybe an arm tackle on Chris Rodriguez. It's not going to bring him down.
You're going to see, that's the contrast in Silas that makes this so fun, and it's blocked. Tennessee gets a hand up and knocks the PAT down. And now trying to make a play here is Jeremy Banks. He's still running, zigging and zagging, but UT's special teams, which struggled early
against Ole Miss, that cost them. And here early in this game, we think they're going to tie this up. Good push in the middle. A nice job of blocking that away.
Looks like Dejon Terry at the big hand up. Same Kentucky football team. That was a struggle without him.
Great to see Square back out there.
We saw Terrell Asian help at the sidelines. He made the tackle, and he's being looked at by the athletic trainers as small.
Stepped up and took that away.
And the Volunteers not quite at hyper speed when they need to Convert on third down here. Hooker has time, now takes off. He's going to dive, not going to get there. Lowered the head, but he stopped 1.5 yards short of the first down by De'Aaron and won a shootout. Small this time, makes a cut and is knocked down at the 21.
You and being ready to play.
3rd and 4, and Small's going to be stopped again, so another 4th and 1 here. We even presume the offense. Small again, easily makes the 1st and goal. And in the red zone, Tennessee has been.
And instead of out on the edge, you just line him up right behind the right tackle. You just run right behind him.
Small again, 39 red zone trips. They have scored 32 touchdowns, kicked 6 field goals. The only empty red zone trip was with the Hooker in the flat, caught. Jacob Warren knocked down about the 1.5 yard. He's in the backfield, big fella. Can run it, catch it, throw it. This time he just walks in. Old school fullback touchdown for this Tennessee offense. And that was all about the ground. Long extra point here. And just slid it wide. So the penalty is costly. It looked like the snap and the.
And then here's the touchdown. Boy, that right side of that offensive line, the tackle, darn.
Volunteers rush 5. Levis launching downfield and dropping the football. Coming back, trying to make the play was Tavion Robinson. 5-yard game.
So there's 3 different plays that could happen there. You got an outside stretch play to the right, quick throw to the left, and he gets out of all of it and just runs.
Jalen Wright breaks the tackle, still running. Wright is going to be tracked down deep in Kentucky territory. And that Volunteer ground game is grinding again.
Defense guessing a bit.
Hyatt motions across, and Hooker flips it across the middle, and the catch is made by Princeton Fant. So I'm running for a touchdown. Now he puts him in position.
Downhill, they keep you honest now with a quick pass right behind you to the tight end.
Fant off to the left. Right is the ball carrier. They fake it to him. Hooker zips it. Catch made by Tillman, who's going to be stopped 1 yard short by Valentine, who prevented the touchdown. Hooker just got that pass out before he got hit.
And
on 2nd and goal, Wright just bows in. There's a flag down, a pre-snap flag. So hold on a second. Did they move too soon? Big run by Wright where he ran over Asian and stayed on his feet. Was the crucial play.
Push. Is leaning on this Kentucky defense, challenging them physically and mentally.
Kentucky knew they needed a positive start. They had to weather this energy. This drive is going to have a lot to say about that. You got to try to match Tennessee's score for score. And Rodriguez breaking a tackle, banging off people, runs for about 14.
Injuries, and the bye week really helped him get ready for this trip.
Levis flips it to McClain, and he's got some space and a block, and he's going to break tackles and still running hard. They couldn't get him to the ground until he gets to the 36-yard line.
So this is.
You fake it to McClain. Levis flips it to the side, and it's Dingle. Makes a cut, and you can see this guy's a big athlete. Once he gets going, he's dangerous in right here.
That's what it's all about. Find a matchup that you can win.
Levis in the slot throws it to Tavion Robinson. He's right at the marker. Is he just short?
A rub route and bring him underneath.
And Levis sneaking it, using that big frame. He's got the first down, but barely at the 15.
I think he was stopped initially, but because of how big and strong he is, that second, third, maybe fourth effort ends up getting, and it's Robinson who's in the slot.
Look in that direction on a slant. Huge hit. Ball picked off. The Volunteers on the carom make an interception. Jawan Mitchell. They call him Juju. Big.
Boy, what a hit on the outside right here that actually creates the ball where he pops up into the air. He doesn't hesitate at all. He drives down on that.
And Nico Slaughter.
It's Slaughter, who's a safety, bang, knocks that ball up into the air against the freshman Key. How about the heads-up play there by Mitchell, seeing that ball.
He's a tremendous athlete. Need 8 on third.
You say spread you out for fans. This is not common, with the exception of about 3 or 4 offenses in the country.
Late pressure is picked up. Hooker gets the ball out, but he just bounced it. Threw it in the dirt about 4 yards. And breaking free is McClain, and they're going to get a first down. That changes the complexion big time.
There's some hard running.
Enough to work with. And there's another pre-snap penalty.
And the right tackle.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty.
One of the least noisiest spots because the Wildcats are right in front of their own fans.
I don't think it matters if you're anywhere on this field. Anywhere on this field. It's tough for this offensive line, especially the guys.
Again to the edge. Catch made. And fighting down there is Robinson, and now with 44 seconds to go, graduate student from Cleveland, St. Ignatius, trying to back him up. D. Williams, and it looked like it was partially blocked. He had to hurry with the high snap, and it sails out of bounds at the Kentucky 42. Got in there.
Yeah, just a miscue up front. He's clean. I'm surprised he didn't block that. Nobody picked him up right up the middle. Miscommunication.
18-yard punt. I don't think he did get a piece of it, did he? He just a finger, but certainly Goodfellow was spooked by the pressure there.
Trying to create matchups, favorable matchups.
Hooker looking instead to his left, now moves back to the right, launches, wide open, touchdown, Jalen Hyatt for the second time tonight.
Boundary.
And Jalen Hyatt's having another night.
Keep an eye on the back end of this secondary. Watch the miscommunication. He's going to bump, and then watch this defensive back as well. Nobody goes with him down the sideline. So by going into the boundary, you work it all week. You try to give him every look you might have. Miscommunication by 14 in the safe.
Between Hyatt and Hooker.
Yeah, Holly, Hooker was funny about that. His dad said, look, you can stop playing football. If you do, you're going to leave the house, but you can. It's your choice.
Your call.
So that's what you call an ultimatum. He just laughed. It's worked out well for him. Really, no one has so far in this 22 season. Kentucky gets the football first, and we'll see if Will Levis can create something to cut into this margin. They're not really quarterback that transfer from Kansas. Big trouble here on 3rd and 17. Levis pressured again and sacked. Slammed down at the 7 by Byron Young, the top pass rusher on this defense. And Tyler Barron joined him in the backfield.
Defense, especially in this opening drive in the second half, to turn up that pass rush.
Tennessee, when they've had those third downs, have so often been third and short. And
these guys call these plays.
And if somebody, needs.
See if they kill it or bring it. They're still bringing it.
Small darts around. The middle was clawed. No gain. And we'll see if Heupel actually sends out solid inside of 40. 7-for-7 this year. Thrown 29 yards out. It's perfect. Volunteers add to the lead, which is 20.
Got something to them, and they're only going to get better.
It's been a nightmare for Kentucky on 3rd down. Stoops says we have to be great on 3rd, anything but. And that one is picked off, threw it right into traffic. And Brandon Turnage with a second takeaway for this Tennessee defense.
You're here, and the ball comes out a little bit late. See the route right here. That corner is in great position. Great position with his eyes on the ball that allows him to break on the ball, but that's just a forced throw to the freshman Key. The secondary, for the most part tonight.
The premier big play threat in college football. Hush over this crowd as they look at him. Squirrel White they bring in to replace him, and they find Brew McCoy on this pass for you get him too riled up as they're playing quickly. The ball is batted away in the end zone. White again, the intended receiver, and Phillips broke that up. He said, no, Smokey get a little too.
The Alabama game, and he wasn't feeling all that energy.
McGrath doinks it off the left upright from 37. Levis on 2nd and 10. Takes a shot downfield, jump ball, and it's picked off again. Danico Slaughter, whose carom set up the first pick tonight, now has one of his own, and that's.
And they're confident that they can stay with them. And Slaughter, who's made every play he's been asked, that ball just feels like it's a little late. Looked like Key had a couple steps on him, but in man free, Slaughter be able to read the
6 receptions tonight. And Hyatt doing his thing with 4-2 for touchdowns. Right. Stutter step. Still going. Second time tonight. Looks like he's going to go to the ground, but he refuses.
little twist game up front. Good communication. Opens up nicely.
Not as good a receiver. Not you don't think as physical, but man, he has proven a point tonight.
Yeah, sure is.
Option look. Hooker fakes the pitch, spins, and scores.
You have to account for it because he's such a good runner. Look at this.
Sorry, Kirk.
And because he's attacking you with speed, he can either deal it or fake it, get underneath. Look at the left tackle, 53, gets to that second level, and he is a physical runner. All turnovers have had their eyes a lot of times on Will Levis to know when to break on the ball and come up with these plays.
137 total yards for the Cats. That's it. Brown has a little crease, gets a block on the edge, and is wrestled down near the marker at the 35 by McCullough.
It's all on the line. No subjectivity. We get to see it on the field for 60 next week.
3rd and 8. They bring pressure again. It's picked up this time. Levis backpedaling, checks it down underneath, and that's not going to be a first down. Jaton McLean made the catch. It's 4th down and about 4. Has been. Levis gets it out, catch made, and they do move the 6 as a flag down.
The referee reached into his back pocket.
There's a throw in the sidelines, incomplete, over the outstretched hands of McLean, who came out of the backfield. You know, the road team in the last 3.
I think
this is a little personal. This is a little personal for a lot of the fans.
Coming to get my man's trophy tonight because Heupel didn't win the Heisman, and Oklahoma shut them down.
They basically shut out the offense. So
they did.
Safety. Hyatt is loose again, and there goes that man down to the 25. Another huge play from the guy who leads college football in long receivers.
They just moved Hyatt again.
3rd and 12, and Hooker's going to be slung down for the 2nd time tonight. It's Trayvon Ribka.
I would think most sportsbooks would probably.
Meanwhile, tonight Levis is going to be sacked yet again at the 2-yard line, and Byron Young has got him again. It's a nightmare for Levis in this Kentucky offense
to stop him from getting to his quarterback.
And Flax is not a bad pass protector, okay? They've done really well, actually, this year in pass pro.
The Flax has. The team has it.
No, but he in particular, he's not the guy that usually gets beat like a drum. D. Williams has space. Williams gets the corner. Still alive. Still down to the 11-yard line. And it's all working for Tennessee. The yards in the second half, Kirk. 5 for Kentucky. Hooker to the end zone. Easy touchdown for Jabari Small.
slipped him right out of the backfield, trying to get him isolated. Look at that inside route, took the safety, and the linebacker did not get a running back. Man, it's tough to prepare for it all. But I know you want to have Bear clean up that number for next week. I don't know if he's still down there, but maybe after this play.
I would say clarify, not clean up, because
Yeah,
we
that's
talked
what I
about the early line, Georgia being a huge favorite.
They're playing football tonight. Best they've looked all year.
This is LaBelle.
Told you, look at that. Looking good out there.
Barrels to the 50-yard. They lost 12 straight to Georgia, and then the rivalry game with Louisville. Beckwith again. And he barrels for a first down. You know, Kentucky receiver. It's one thing to play quarterback, but you know, he took a little more time to get back because 90% explosiveness, that isn't enough at the receiver position to really make it. 4th and 9. Inside screen. Harris fighting and chooses to run out of bounds short of the marker on 4th down. Okay. Maybe Joe Milton, one time a starter at Michigan, the starter here until he got hurt. And handed off a couple times before it's over.
Yeah, I live in Nashville. My kids went to Montgomery Bell Academy. 3 of them did. And big Jackson Lampley is now in the game. There's Montgomery Bell Academy kids throughout this region, and there's a few on this team. And it's cool to see Bubba get an opportunity here late in this game to play. Of course, his dad played here, played on some of those teams in the late 90s, early 2000s, some of those great teams. And it's cool to see him get a chance to get in the game.
Tennessee dominates their border rivals and rolls into Athens. It'll be a showdown, one of the showcase games of the season. 2 unbeatens colliding.